Thank you, Kat. This is awesome. The levels of fraud that are facing our industry today and the scam attempts and all of the stuff that's out there is 4,000 years ahead of where it was 10 years ago, 15 years ago. I want to open up and have our panelists introduce themselves.
The focus of my career in working with clients is doing fraud risk assessments, fraud investigations, helping them in quantifying potential fraud issues for recovery, and then ultimately, if it did go this route, testifying as an expert witness, which I've done many times. So happy to be here today and share some of my experiences and thoughts.
And Monica, why don't you tell us about what you've got going on, kind of with your history there at Apex and where your focus is now.
Thanks, Scott. I'm excited to be here. As you mentioned, it's a passion of mine to discuss fraud and figure out how we're going to fight that fraud. So I am the president of Apex Closing Services. We are a national title and settlement agency. And so we have a wide range of transactions and clientele that we work with, but we do specialize in the private lending space, working with investors, fund managers, private lenders, those kind of channels. So we're just really happy to be involved in private lending, but also just to be having this discussion today to talk about what are the current fraud trends that are happening specific to this industry and how they're affecting you and your business.
Mark Trinidad is a guy that you might not always see, but he's the guy behind the curtain who's always there at the 30,000 foot and the 5 foot level, knowing kind of what's going on. So Mark, tell us about what you've got going at Allure.
Yeah, my name is Mark Trinidad. I'm field CTO at Allure Security. I've been in cybersecurity for over 20 years. I cut my teeth in cybersecurity with the I Love You virus of 2000. But what we do at Allure Security, we're an online brand protection as a service organization. So what do? We help companies, individuals find impersonations of their brand or themselves in areas like websites, on the internet, in social media platforms, and really help them with the process of mitigation, really.
People aren't realizing the amount of fraud that's happening with dummy websites and all the stuff that's going on in the socials, because there's so much recruitment that goes on from to get loans, to advertising and all that stuff through socials now because of the barrier to entry so low. You might have a client or a borrower or an investor dealing with somebody that they think is
Right.
the person, and it has nothing to do with them.
Someone contacts you, they're in conversations with you. And then what we see sometimes is that they own like a .com, but we'll see that a fake one pops up on a .us or something like that, using the same domain name, but now on a different top level domain.
Give us some examples, from where you're seeing at Apex on how you can catch stuff like that.
Email addresses can be easily just slightly changed, and it is so hard to detect. If you're getting an email from monica.apexclose@hotmail.com, that should be a red flag, right? But we've seen instances where everybody's moving quickly.
What's some of the stuff from an accounting standpoint that is an easy spotted red flag for you?
So, when we work with a client and when we're talking to clients, we really want to understand the overall organization. What systems do you use? What vendors do you use? Unfortunately, fraud is evergreen, meaning it's never going to go away.
Right.
Broadly speaking, it touches every industry. I don't think there's one industry where fraud is not an issue.
On Tuesday morning, the loan officer wakes up and sees that there was an email where they said, yes, we've wired the funds. And the loan officer says, uh-oh, this is not good.
Some of the other things that resonate sort of with that story is like the link, right? What we're trying to do is isolate that link, right? So trying to find that link, if it is a branded sort of impersonation for one of our customers that we're monitoring for, hey, we're going to find that link sort of hopefully before that invite is sent out, right?
If you feel that you've been a victim of fraud and you need some help, we're here to help as well. So stay tuned for next show. Thank you so much, Monica, Mark, and Pat. You guys were awesome today. I loved this show so much. So thank you, and wish you guys all the best and happy and healthy moments.